Samsung's Galaxy S25 Ultra is already holding the crown in the Android world, especially in the US, but the fight isn't slowing down anytime soon. Google's gearing up for its big Pixel 10 launch, and all eyes are on the Pixel 10 Pro XL to see if it can take the fight straight to Samsung's Ultra. It's a bit surprising, but leaks around the Pixel 10 Pro XL are lighter than usual for a Google phone. Even so, we've picked up quite a few details. Design-wise, it looks like Google's sticking to what worked with the Pixel 9 Pro XL. Same oversized camera bar, same flat aluminum look, and almost the same dimensions. The only difference is a tiny 0.1mm trim that no one will notice, though it might mess with some Pixel 9 cases. The phone is also set to be heavier at 232 grams, which makes it chunkier than the Galaxy S25 Ultra, despite both being nearly the same size. Samsung, on the other hand, gave the S25 Ultra a slight design refresh, more curved corners, the same titanium frame, Gorilla Glass Armor 2, and the anti-reflective display coating that makes its massive 6.9-inch screen pop even more. It's also lighter than the Pixel at 218 grams, which is impressive for a phone this big. Of course, the S Pen is still there, and the screen has grown just a bit from last year's 6.8-inch. Google's Pixel 10 Pro XL is rumored to come with a 6.8-inch Super Actua OLED panel that can hit 3000 nits brightness with a smooth 1 to 120 Hz refresh rate. The S25 Ultra's 6.9-inch Dynamic AMOLED 2X might sound slightly dimmer on paper at 2600 nits, but that anti-reflective coating gives it a big edge in real-world brightness and legibility. Under the hood, Google's finally breaking away from Samsung's Exynos-based Tensor chips. The new Tensor G5, built by TSMC on a 3nm process, could finally give the Pixel the performance boost it's been missing. Pair that with 16 gigs of RAM and storage going up to 1 TB, and this thing is ready for some serious AI action. Samsung counters with the Snapdragon 8 Elite for Galaxy, a custom-tuned beast that already dominates benchmark charts. The Ultra comes with up to 1 TB of storage too, but RAM tops out at 12 gigs. On software, both phones should run Android 15 out of the box, though there's a small chance the Pixel debuts with Android 16. Either way, both are getting 7 years of updates, which is becoming the new gold standard. Cameras might be where these two really split. The Pixel 10 Pro XL will likely carry the same hardware as last year: 50-megapixel main, 48-megapixel ultra-wide, 48-megapixel 5x telephoto, and a 42-megapixel selfie camera. But we know Google's magic comes from its software, so even with the same sensors, we can expect smarter tuning and better shots. The Galaxy S25 Ultra flexes its 200-megapixel main sensor, backed by a 50-megapixel ultra-wide, 50-megapixel 5x telephoto, and 10-megapixel 3x telephoto. On paper, Samsung clearly goes bigger here, but results will depend on how much you trust Samsung's versus Google's processing. Battery life should be pretty similar, both hovering around 5200 mAh. Charging speeds, though, lean Samsung's way with 45 watts fast charging, compared to Google's rumored 37 watts. One cool new twist for Google is the Pixel 10 Pro XL possibly getting Qi 2 magnets built in, which would open up MagSafe-style accessories without special cases. And then there's price. The Pixel 10 Pro XL is tipped to start at $1199, while the Galaxy S25 Ultra pushes it a little higher at $1,300. For some, that $100 difference could be a deciding factor. So here's the deal. Samsung still brings the most powerful, spec-packed Ultra phone with the S Pen and unbeatable display tech. But Google's Pixel 10 Pro XL is shaping up to be a smarter, more AI-driven device, with a sleek design and slightly friendlier price tag. Both are monsters, and the real battle is going to be epic once these two finally go head-to-head. If you had to pick one right now, where would your money go? The powerhouse Galaxy or the smarter Pixel? Share it down below in the comment section, and I'll see you all in the next one. Until next time, take care.